This project is for my Origami dollar bill butterfly. Any paper money will do, from any country. The American dollar bill is great because of the numbers on the four corners, and you can see that on either side of the bill they show up on all four wings. Begin by folding the paper in half, short edge to short edge. And go to the short cut edge side. Take one layer of the short cut edge and put it along one of the longer edges, and just make a pinch mark down here. That pinch mark tells us where to fold to bring this folded edge over. If you did that correctly, your fold should go right to the pinch mark. All the area above that crease represents an equilateral rectangle or a square. Unfold the paper and you'll see a series of 3 creases in your paper. Your center crease and one on either side. One of those creases, such as this one, is already going to be a mountain fold. That's great. The other one is bending the wrong way. It's a valley. So take a moment to make it a mountain fold. So now you should have mountain, valley, mountain. Grab one of the mountain folds, it doesn't matter which one, turn it into an edge and fold it tightly against the center crease. Do the same thing with the opposite mountain fold. Now you have a rectangle that is twice as tall as it is wide. It's just like having 2 square papers together. And this is what the other side looks like. From this side, fold in half. You'll see the small folded edge here and another double layer folded edge on the other side. Turn the paper sideways, and so that that set of folded edges is on your left. Fold bottom to top, dividing the square area neatly in half. Since this is so thick, and any time the paper gets very thick, you may want to try using a folding tool like this, or the edge of a quarter. Stand 1/2 straight up so that you can look down into it. See how my finger gets right in to the bottom corner, making a cone. This is so that I can squash fold or flatten down this shape. And once again, we can use this folding tool. We have to do the same thing on the other side, so turn the paper over. To help things go well, notice that this crease should be bent the other way. So tightly grab these layers, fold up, and flatten across the middle. You'll see now that this is a valley fold. That's very helpful on that side. Once again, open, make a nice cone point or cone bottom down here from the inside, and then squash. And burnish. You of course could use the side edge of your thumbnail if you didn't have a chance to get a tool for the purpose. Now, when using the American dollar bill or any American currency, you need to know which end is up. This side has the smaller figures of the number 1. These should go on the back wings or the hind wings of the butterfly. Notice the difference, because these larger ones, which should be on the front wings of the butterfly, represent the front. So, it's on this side of the paper money, which has the smaller figures of that number, that you should be looking at. The fold is going to happen right along this margin of print and blank paper. Grab the corner and tightly fold up. In a moment, I'm going to show you how I used that printing line. It's very convenient for this model. You see how I folded it so that basically that was my guide? If you're using other paper money or another rectangle, be sure to leave a portion about this much above your crease line, because this will be the butterfly's head. Put the triangular shape down against the table, and we're going to squash fold to make the wings. As before, put your finger inside to make a nice cone shape that you can flatten evenly downwards. The angle can be whatever you like. I like to make this symmetrical. So in other words, I want the top part of the shape to be the same as the bottom. To guide me in this, I can turn the paper over and notice this V-notch and notice this crease line. Center the crease through the V-notch. And there you see, this margin is the same as that. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Notice that the cone bottom goes right to the center. And down. Before you commit the shape, turn it over and align the crease to the V-notch. Now we can reshape these wings. You can be creative in this, but for this example, what I like to do is to go to the back of the wing where this small figure is. Here we have a mountain folded edge. I'm going to reach inside the wing and roll that up so I can see almost all of this figure. When I did that, it causes the paper to move up and collide with the upper wing. We're going to use this mountain fold to help us. Sharpen it, flatten it straight down. The result is that we can see a clear separation between the forewing and the hind wing. And we've also reshaped the hind wing in, I think, an attractive way. Here is an unnatural looking square corner. Fold it over the front about like that, just to give a pre-crease. Unfold and push it through and inside, following the crease you made to guide it. Let's do all that on the other side. Over here, we roll the figure from the back forward, flatten the folded edge down, and get rid of this unnatural looking square corner. Pre-crease, open, and push inside. We're almost done. Two additional areas of shaping that I like to do with this model is to get rid of this square corner by simply folding it to the back. And I like to emphasize the notch between the forewing and the hind wing. Take a moment to look on the other side and see that this corner is free to move. If I fold it down and over the back, down and over the back, then when viewed from the front, this hind wing is much more interesting and separated from the front. What remains to happen is to create the body in a more three-dimensional way. So begin with the top side facing up and fold in half, mountain fold, through the middle of the body. Notice how I'm holding this edge with both sets of pinching fingers, that's what I like to call these. Grab and push over onto the wing that's above at an angle about like that. Grab the lower set of wings and bring them up on top to match. This is optional, this next step, but I highly recommend it. Here you can see these two corners and the inside view of the body. In the inside view of the body you can also see this folded edge, almost pocket-like area here, and one on the other side in there. What I like to do is to take this little corner, tightly fold it inside the body at an angle, and then tuck it in there to catch. Likewise on the other side, tightly over and in, and tuck into the little pocket. When we open the wings, you can see the body, and that work that we did just a moment ago, folding those corners in and tucking them in, created this nice shape to the body. Set the wings in an attractive way, and there's your finished origami dollar bill butterfly. Makes a great tip at the end of a meal at a restaurant, or when you have to give cash as a gift. It's a beautiful way to say thank you.